GAAMAA Gloria Paramount chiefess of the Maroon, Jamaican Maroons, or Diaspora Maroons, in that she sees herself in a wider frame. Now you all would, if we are putting her into the context of our class, be able to think about the connections that I'm trying to get you to make between patriarchal capitalism and the experience of people of African descent. But also to think about it in terms of different ideation systems and how they produce different relationships to the environment. Mama G has an idea of human relationship to the environment rooted in African knowledge systems, indigenous knowledge systems, and she is also a leader of the Maroons, one who has been the only woman sitting in a secretariat of men prior to coming to the chieftaincy. And within that context, she founded the Maroon Indigenous Women's Circle to give voice to women. So that if we are interested in climate justice, it means we are also interested in gender justice and in, objecting to all forms of domination. I thought it was important to invite her here, and glad that she has agreed to come and to be a part of the reasoning with you, because it invites us into a way of thinking about these issues that should give us a perspective that you don't get in the everyday necessarily. So I want to welcome her and look forward to hearing her this morning.
Yes, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
As Tim said, I'm Mama G, but I call me Mama G. GAAMAA is my title. I was installed by the Surinamese GAAMAA, but I am the first female GAAMAA. Y'all never given that title to anyone before. The GAAMAA here is the Paramount chief. They are over all the chiefs and the chief of chief and chiefs in the village in Suriname. So
before you start, I should have said the title of her talk is The Reemerging Divine Femininity. So, sorry to interrupt.
So, I'm here this morning to share of my knowledge with you. I'm happy to be here to talk with you. Is one of my passions, sharing knowledge. I've been speaking at different universities, but it's the first time that I've been at the University of West Indies to speak. I speak at Bridgewater, keynote speaker. I speak at Boulder in Colorado, and I have another speaking at Connell in Utica. So I am out there. I'm just back from Dubai, where I did a presentation on the importance of woman-centered society in Dubai. So I've been around, and I give thanks that I've gotten the privilege to do these things as someone who grew up in a domestic violence home, and I've experienced domestic violence as a child. So the motto that I live by is what life experience has taught unto me, I will teach to those who want to. The experience of being in a domestic violence home as a child, I give thanks for those experiences, because experience teaches knowledge, and it is what has given me the push to do what I do. I'm also a certified trained social worker from School of Continuing Studies over here. Which that's a story they will tell you. I came in without no money and demanded it, and they sent me away all day and I didn't leave until I other stuff. So. That's also I enter UWI, so I'm happy to give back, you know. Comes originally from you. No matter how great a king is, he was once a son, birth from a woman. So, and for the woman to carry him inside of her, there's many things that she passed on to him. So, the mother goddess, mother nature, or mother earth, as we so call that divine feminine energy, is a personification of nature. She symbolizes fertility, nurture, growth, new life, and groundedness. She's a true symbolic of gentle power and wisdom. She's reminded us of our energy as humanity. The divine feminine Mother Earth is the creator and the sustainer of life. She nourishes and protects us constantly, giving us air to breathe, food to eat, water to drink and cleanse ourselves, and home to dwell in. All these things are provided, whether material as to the own material wise and space provided by Mother Earth. So she, even though she might lie here dormant, and it's not just the soil, which is Mother Earth, everything that we in her plants, stones, is Mother Earth. And even though everything looks like they're dormant, and sometimes we think the earth is not even alive because it's just dirt. But many moons ago, mother-centered society was the only original way of human society. So way back in the days, the mother-centered society was the original society. It was just the mother that, you learned from, and women were more active in their role and responsibility. But as time goes on, and faced with many competition by the father-centered society, gradually the world became dominated by men and eventually was totally under the authority and dominance of the male. Patriarchal order as we know it today is only about approximately 500,000 years ago. That is leader and the patriarchal governance take up leadership. And how many, what we see happening is that there are so much consequences coming out of patriarchal governance. Because the men sometimes, they don't think the way the women would think, as I say. When the women think, they think for all. They think of everybody. They think of all their women, their mothers like themselves, they think of all the children, they think of their husband, they think of their son, they think of everybody. It's very rarely that a woman thinks just of herself, or a woman was made to think of the whole family, community, all. Like you're really not conscious of what happening. So it don't make sense me to say anything to you. When I just go come here and give you a better to make your diet. Yeah, man. Eat it. You can go and yeah, because that's your present here. So if you decide to really show them the back, it become a contention. So you have to sometimes tolerate it. And then maybe one day when you come to talk with you, say, you say it's not easy. Yeah, you get the opportunity to say it. You say it's not easy. How come you feel comfortable every day if you do what you do? And you might say, wow. You know me, I come from work 7. Me work all day like that, I come from work 7. I stop at evening class. I try to push myself in further myself so I can help the family, help you same man. And you sit down right out at the bar, that's like your friend every evening, waiting on me to come book your name, come in, come see the children and do their homework. You can't do that too, you know. It's not a woman's job. It's our job. We are in this together. And you know, these kind of insensitive ways how the men them behave sometimes. And we have to tolerate it. We have to have forbearance or else. Divorce and fight and home mash up and picking and know a father turn and whatever if we don't save the day. So many of the best marriages out there is because women tolerate some things. And it might take them a couple of years till when maturity has reached them now. Then come in and themselves and realize and then they start to check and come in and then they might see. Say, really have a good one. They know they have to do foolishness and then they say to themselves, of all the foolishness me had gone with, she ever put up with you. Why, I know, where she find it because she not really, me and I not really have man. Because the woman tolerate she keep it inside. Because she want to marry her. She want to put them do up with her father. So we know all the insensitiveness. Is that the word? Of these men in this patriarchal ruling. And that's why we come to these situations, these consequences where we have right now. In her, not just here, in her. And I know they're not conscious of it. You know? Because the next man come, you know, you have some red dirt right there and some red, and you're ready to sell the earth again. When you drive through St. Anne's and see some earth, I always say, when I see on the backside view of some of the earth, I feel like I have been raped. Me personally, feel raped. You know? I never really experienced raping as one, but then I get feelings. You know, oh, this is what you feel. Because this big hole just dig out in the earth and just left there. Oh, when you look at it, oh, you feel. You just dig out the earth because someone just left a big old hole, so. Just drive past some of them go around in a sentence. Terrible, make you feel sick just to drive around. You understand? And the men is fine with that. Because they collect about 10 million. What is 10 million to do in the earth like that? 10 million piece of paper with fire can burn up for the earth. Does it worth that? Does it worth any money at all to do that? So, you know, these things that the men do. And me personally, as I said, I grew up in a domestic violence home, but I love my brothers. I don't think I can really. I know I can live. I'm very independent that way because I learned to be independent from my own experience that I have. But at the same time, I don't want to live on this earth without me. I don't want to. You understand? It can be a lonely part. You can feel like really that you are only half of this whole thing, living without them. And I always say, I want them to come along and I can be with them. I have many experiences of working with men. I used to work in a bar and that was like a university for me, you know. And I did a lot of work and I come to grips with a lot of things I didn't understand by just being there. But many times I was the only woman amongst the men as usual. And I would talk to them and I would get answers from them and I would try to understand why they think the way they think. You know, why they do the things they do. You know, and I've gained a lot of respect. And as I said, I work a lot, I love my sisters, but sometimes my best friend is a man. You know, I have a lot of men who are good friends, and sometimes at school, and sometimes they themselves. And I realize how much they don't really know or think. Some things we will just say why the men are wicked. They don't really think that way, and they don't think at that level. I've been in reason with them and realize that I'm really wicked and them don't really see how we see things. And they don't take time out to know that I have a wife. Let me study something. Let me sit down some days and just talk to her about like, no, they don't do that. They understand they just have a wife and it's all about, yeah, they don't get into any deep depths with the woman they have around them to find out how we complement each other and how we should collaborate and work together. They don't really think they just half into what they're physically doing. They're more on a physical level sometimes. They're not in the depths. And I can understand, you know, the makeup of man, you know, their whole sensitivity and everything is on the outside. So they sometimes don't really go in as we the women because we are more inside first. You know, our sensitivity and thing is more inner. But they are more on the outside. So that's why a man would be so aggressive sometimes to a situation. So in this moment and time of gender streaming, it's a must, gender mainstreaming, because over the years, and this whole patriarchal ruling goes very deep. It begins in the church. And it takes its effect. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Who is the ghost? What is a ghost? A ghost to me is something we cannot see. And Father is visible, Son is visible, but the one that represents the woman is not visible. You know? I can still understand that because we are very mystic and we are more connected to the spirituality. But we are very much physical. We are here. That's what the representation of the goddess means, which would be the goddess become the Holy Ghost, but it's really the goddess, the God and the goddess, just like the Father and the Mother, the Sun and the Moon. To find out what you think, how you think we should address it, and many times the women has the answer. There's this old planting thing that the men planted a crop, and then when they planted the seedling to plant the crop, they would sow the seedling and at the field, and then the woman would have to go there, or the children when they come from school, to water the seedling. And the women said, no. The same time I have to go to water the seedling, I have to see that the children is doing their homework, they come from school. I have to see to it that the food is being cooked for the whole family. Good morning. I cannot go to the field that hours to water the seedling. And then in the night, because the seedling is in the farm, you see something cut down the seedling when there's nobody there to protect it. And the place they planted is away from the home. So the women come up with an idea. The women say, no, let us use some containers. Maybe the same plastic that is flying around the place, and we don't know what to do with them. Let us cut them, put dirt in them, plant seedling in them, put them on a shed right beside behind the kitchen where I'm cooking the dinner. And while I put the food on, I can go out there and water the plant. I can let the children go water it. I can monitor them. I can call them if they say too long to go back to their homework, or when they finish their homework, they water it. The water is near, and we don't have to carry water so far to go water. And the crop, the seedling is getting more water, they're growing better. Nothing is cutting them down because they're being protected in the night. You can come out and look if the cutters are there to cut down the seedling and so. And the men realize that the women didn't come up with a good idea. Because it was their idea to carry up that way themselves. And then a woman, them have to go away and carry water, the water, and carry the people. Sunday, and the father, they most time now come because they say, the woman, you have no water. But they take it way away and you still have duties to do at the woman is a part. So the woman is solve the problem for everyone. When the man necessarily the seedling there was growing more, They are more seen than the cutter wasn't able to cut them down because the woman they would get up in the night and go sit down and cut them around because I ride at home them. They were going better because they get more water at the home. The children was doing their homework, they don't have to go and carry water to water. And she could cook dinner and do some things at the home and stuff. What the women do, they solve the situation for everything, including the plants. The plants are more protected and more nourished. Water is nearby, they could water them better. So this is the type of mind that a woman will always think from. She would think of the whole. She would think of everybody. She would come up with a solution that makes everyone comfortable. That's how women think. But then over these 500 years, 5,000 years, women hardly get to exercise that mind, you know? Our old time people would say, she who feels it knows it. So because she's the one who feels the pain to bring life here, because every great king comes from a woman. Everyone that is out there ruling and afterward they draw these lines and there is no equal balance and they feel like woman is inferior. A woman then come out of, even though the Bible written and talks say, ribs was taken from Ray. We have never seen that in reality. The whole reality of why you are here, me is here, grandmother was here, grandfather, great-grandmother from here, great-great go right back, is through the woman. The part the men play is very important in planting the seed to fertile that become me, you, and everyone. But it's a very minimal role that the men play, and sometimes they get great pleasure from doing it. It is the woman who contains that pleasurous moment that was for the man at the time. She contained that with pain. From the very day she finds out she's pregnant, she's sick. She's vomit. She can't sleep. She can't think of it. She this. The little water you give to her to come up. She has to find space. She has to find it. It is inside her. Where she can't go nowhere left, she can't take it and put nowhere. She can't say she have to go this and she have to put it down when she come back. She carry everywhere with her. Just a little tip of water you give to her. You find great pleasure when you are doing it. But at the end of the day, she keep it inside and she gave you back a form looking just like you. What mystery! What mystical species is this in front of me that can do this? I did not give her a form like this. I gave her just a tip. I didn't even know that something happened in the moment. And now this woman, after a couple of months, gave me back a child that is the splitting image of myself. So when you read the Bible says, how let us make man? And he was made in the image of who? Of who? Who it look like? So we the women as a role and as given a certain connection in this earth, a sacred connection that to me sometimes our role is a very role that is envied. You know? It's like I say, well, we shall need better role if we play. Because they so they don't realize who them is. Because sometimes I think the men realize who we are more than how we realize ourselves. Because they will always come and plug in. Plug in. We are the socket, you know. That when you put your phone dead and you put it balance and you can plug up the charge, you have to plug it in so it gets some light. So it's for the man them plug into us. We don't know what they get. They say they get a little figure, but they might not even explain to you enough what happens when they plug in.
but we are saying it's my duty, and yeah, so let's make certain that him alright. And you sort him out, and then if you feel sick, and then what? Tell him say you're sick, you play your role. You understand? Sometimes I sit down and I look, because I can only see myself outside of my sister, and I look at the makeup of a woman and I say, mysterious watch the road and walk. If only we sometimes know who we really are. If only we know the powers we carry. Because I said that great divine powers that the Almighty creating source wanted to connect to earth was put through the woman. The woman has a thing, way back in the days in China, if they want to steal a buckle, they would use a woman. The beauty of a woman. As I came in here this morning and I was talking about the rose and the thorn. Yes, that beautiful rose with a thorn. And rose is always about thorn. And you ever ask, why is thorn is on the stick of this flower? Because as you see a rose, you want to pick it.
That's right.
And you reach out to pick it. But sometimes the reason why you don't pick it is the thorn and the stick why you don't pick it. So that's the protection for the rose to stay on the plant a little longer. It has to be protected. You understand? So the thorn is what protects it. We as women, we carry a charm. They say the woman can charm a snake that the snake don't do matter. We carry this charm that we was born with. But then after the years, we have forgotten how to use this charm. And so we turn it into sexuality. We just want to go down the road looking good, and yes, hopefully, many of us might be at a different level, not all, but some just feel like their whole body and everything about them is the charm. But our charm is much deeper than that. Our charm and our beauty that we have got. As I said, in China, they would use the beauty of a woman. In buckle, if they have a beautiful woman in the kingdom, they would use her in buckle. Because the beauty of a woman is very, very, very stunning, When a woman is beautiful, it can stop the world. The charm a woman carrying, if we just decide, say, no, use it for sexual thing, I use it for do the work, advocate, make certain things up. We can do it. That is what a woman is. And if you look and see, even in the church system nowadays, or back in the days, I always wonder, why is it that the priests have to wear a gown looking like a woman dress? And have a very soft voice sometimes, like he's trying to let that roaring go away and he more want to talk like a woman. But that's when the men take on a divinity, the feminine divinity, because feminine divinity has no gender. And a man can take it on as well. And it is good when a man takes it on, because a man is really aggressive. He was born in a physical aggression, so it's only when the femininity come out in them that they balance that energy of aggression. So we the women, we also need to balance ourselves with masculinity, because if we don't do that, then we sometimes become very handicapped. It's like you can't do certain things, you have to make a man feel. You can't do this, you have to make a man. You need to balance on either side. Men need to balance their femininity. Women also need to balance their masculinity. You must, if you see a hop up a tree, you must be a climb the tree. You have to call a man to come climb. Climb up with the breadfruit. Climb over the fence if you have to. You have to have the farm and chop down two bush and then they swing your machine too. Do these things, you're not handicapped. It's an undertake to do it. You have two and a man have two. You have 2 feet, a man have 2 feet. So why is it that you can do this and you can't do it? You can do it if you want. Things that we generally say is men work. One of the beauties to see a woman driving a trailer down the road. A work that they say generally is a man's job. The beauty is to see a woman in a construction helmet, throwing water like a man too. You understand? And that helps balance the thing. That helps the men to see that we are not inferior. You know, there's a balance. And when we speak of the return of the re-emerging of the divine femininity, we're not saying that now that we've been through this and you were always ruling over us, we now coming to take over and we are going to now deal with how you deal with it. No. We are going to balance it. Balance it, oh. Mama, balance it. Balance it, man. Balance the thing. And so we are moving in the era, post-COVID era. And because of what has happened, the feminine energy is moving, the divine femininity is moving at a faster pace. That is why you see all this shifting is happening in her. The divine feminine is moving at a faster pace to re-establish itself back in earth in this time. That divine, that ruling. Because we have been through years of patriarchal ruling. And now it's time for the women to come forth. Because it is always like that. Whenever house gets too dirty, then the mother will come and she will clean up. You know? We don't know why the symbol of the witch is a woman with a broom. But whichever it is, the woman will always clean up. So the woman with the broom, that stage we are in. After this COVID experience, the feminine energy is emerging. It is what is gonna be the only survival. What makes humanity survive right now. The mother, the healer, she is the one years of sitting up with you, nights in, night out. When you are sick, she doesn't sleep. She nurtures you, she takes care. She's thinking, she's working, her intuition is working as to what to do. Should I do this? Should I do that? Let's do this to make you feel better. So she's the healer, she's the nurturer. And she knows that what we need her in that way right now. So she's emerging. She's coming forth to take care of all, including the men who are tired now and just cannot deal. You ever read the story of the man saying that his wife wasn't doing anything at home and he's going to the field and do and he decided that he's going to stay home the day and make the woman go to the field. And the woman go to the field and she do a fantastic one. And come, because she can manage the field. Woman deal with productivity, woman plant seed, woman know how to weed and clean up Mother Earth. Woman know how to do these things. Because she's so connected to Mama. She knows to go out there and take care, plant seed, talk to Mother Earth meanwhile, connect. Yeah, it's a ritual for us. Farm. To connect, to go out there and connect with her. So she knows how to do this well. And so she did the work and she come home. In the evening when she come home, the man was, everything was there, was in a devastation. The man couldn't wait for her to come home. He couldn't manage the house work. And he was saying his wife was home all day not doing nothing. He couldn't manage the little work at the home where he lived. So don't think the woman's job is an easy job. But she gets through them because she wants to, because she knows she has to. Because sometimes she's not thinking of herself enough. She's very selfless. She don't think of self, she's thinking of everyone before she thinks of herself. So because she's thinking of everyone, she knows she has to do a proper job. She has to do it right. Because so depend on her doing the right thing. That's who we are. That's who we really are. Sometimes we might experience things that turn us aside. And it's not An easy thing when a woman is turned away from the role she do. Because it's from one, sometimes it's from one extreme to the next. You can understand sometimes when you see a woman doing something, you say, something must have turned her on. You know? She could not just get up and do this, something must have turned her on. Why she end up doing these things. But I'm happy that there's women like herself, that no matter what we go through, we know we cannot be nothing else than who we are and who we were born to be. We have to carry that mantle for Mother Earth. We have to make certain we don't fail her, because she never fails us. No matter how abused the earth is, she still takes time to nurture. She's there for each one of us. Even when we throw all the garbage on earth. So right now Mother Earth is replenishing herself. That is what all this great shift and changes, even the climate change, is all about. You know, and if you look at COVID time and go back to in the days of Noah, you can know that that situation in the Bible with Noah and the flood was a city as a time like now, when the earth replenished itself from everything, because everything is a part of the environment, including people. The very thoughts that we carry affect climate change. If we're not thinking properly and thinking on that divine pure level, we affect climate change by our thoughts. And many women is out of balance today. And I can't understand. I've been there. When I look at some woman, I say, that's me. That could be me. I've been through that experience. I could have taken that way, but I decided to go the other way. But I'm still, it's like I would go out there and I would see the women there naked on the street and in the night, and they said to me, I don't disrespect a woman doing that, and I would never disrespect a woman. To me, she's still my sister. She's still, even though she might not respect herself enough to do the right thing, I respect her because she's still a woman. And I sometimes speak to them and I say, yeah, I could have been here, I could be doing what you do. I'm not condemning, but I decided to go, there's another way. There is a other way. Sometimes that's all I might say to one of them. There's another way. Yeah, man, if you go down the road all the while and you're dropping on one patrol and taking a MaMa. Try the other way, maybe no MaMa now this way. Yeah, man, just go the same way. Try that, just go the next direction on that time. So there's always another way. Start up is down. Yeah. So these things, you know, happen. Our people and drive many women in a situation. Many men also, because I will not sit here and just speak of what happened to women. I speak of the men as well. As I said, I grew up in a domestic violence home. I could understand why my father was drinking and doing many things. The frustration of maintaining a family. I was born at my mother as 9 of us, all of us was homeborn. I was born in a Wakla house. But my father was always there to catch us. The nurse, the midwife couldn't catch us. None of them called her. They had a woman in the community where they could catch her. Couldn't catch none of my father. My father, he would go drinking with his friend every night. But this is when my mother is gonna come in here to have a child. He don't go home. He stay home, my friend of mine and prepare everything. And he's there. I say, when he go and cover the nana, he bring the nana, he put all the water to hot, and he set up everything. And when no mother in here, I try to have no mother tell us about it, my father would be there and tell her, William, push no. Don't push no, he did it, and he did it. And when the baby born in his hand, take the baby, carry it out, hold it up, prayer, left, and then pass it to the nana to clean up and cut the baby's tree. They would bury the placenta outside in a tree, because all of us placenta buried in a tree and the land. And so, well, afterward, when we were growing up, you get very frustrated. He can't maintain his family. He take to drinking. He feel like he can sit down with your friend and he would drink out the one little money. He is not enough. But like him say, what is the other? And he just like drinking. You understand? To his family. So afterward I could, but I love my father. Why? Because of the fact that my mother tell me she should have 100 pennies for him because of how he deal with her true pregnancy up to the time we born and growing up. But then afterward, when your responsibility taken, that's when the confusion comes. So I try to understand that and I say, boy, it's not my father, it's a life thing. It's what you inherited, that cycle of poverty. I've discovered opinion can maintain him and become frustrated. But it's not that he didn't like his role as a father, but he couldn't manage and maintain a support that he took to. And many is like that. So I will not sit here and talk of women and the greatness of women and sound like I'm bashing the men, because I understand what they've been through. You know, and it's when you understand that complement and collaboration and unity really begins. Because if we don't understand, many of us is coming from some cycle. Then we will forever try to redo and reinvent policies and bills and whatever. It is full time for that energy to re-emerge. No. It is an energy that all of us, including the men, will welcome. But if you look in African history, there's so much stages where women, there's Empress Taitu in Ethiopia, when the men was fighting the Italian battle of Adama, for many years, they couldn't win the battle, and they were fighting till they said they can take rest day. And Empress Taitu of her army, you know, she's a general, because she was an empress. And she called her people and said, man, them arrest you, about it to them on the enemy, and the deal with them arrest, but deal with the enemy is. Did you know that the almost years of battle of Adama was won on that day? When the women they decide to say them have to go up and deal with it. The one day the man they say them have to rest, and the woman say, let's go up here and them arrest. So many of the issues we there are try to fix, and we are trying to fix it, and we are doing all kind of things, and we call a meeting, and we call this, and Parliament call, and this call. Even right now here in Jamaica, one of the best, one of the most effective thing in the governance right now that is, you can see the world, is woman. Whether one man, woman or what, but when I look at the whole governance of Jamaica, it's like I see only one ministry working. Very hard. You understand? Because no matter, I'm not into politics, but you have to be to see some duty. No. And I see a woman within the governance here working like triple time. If we did have 3 more ministry at work like that, we would be doing very well. And it's a woman. No matter how she tired, she's attending 3, 4, 5, 6 different places. You don't see the men there that is working in other office. I mean, you have other office that is the ministry that is in Jamaica that is for them ministry is under pressure right now in Jamaica. Minister of Security. Look at that happening in the country. But you don't see the Minister of Security out there in Canada. Is the Minister of Culture? Oh, why? Is a woman run a day? A woman will never eat or go to her bed, she has something to do. But a man will do it, I said tomorrow. No matter how it's urgent. Why they think like that? You don't know. A few may not be like that. But in general, sometimes man just not say, watch out, this is where the day comes to nobody business what needed for them, because this is where the days. We the women, as I say, women are the backbones. Right now, economic, I always say to people, they say the market woman and watch them. They look very insignificant in Jamaica, but they are the backbone market woman. And if they tell you some of them story, I don't know, I don't see them like people dealing with them as a group in Jamaica. I get to see market woman grouped and dealing with properly. Vendors. Because many of them, some woman and man left for 6, 7 picnic one. And they go trust some food from the farmer and call it take it on consignment. And bill one bill and turn down a carnation market. And after 5 years, them bill house up a Beverly Hills and Stony Hill. And I have one people where they drive by work and one and then beer them, me I tell you what me know. When them left market and drive them little vehicle where them carry onion and all these things and sell and they sit there. Them park that and beer and drive off them BMW. And them buy with their money. Woman they see in a market and they said, many people come up here. Market woman. So I'm telling you these things until that re-emerging take place and it is in effect right now. Believe me, I've been working very spiritually for me to go and honor the equinox, the solstice, new moon, full moon, waning moon and waxing moon. Last quarter, if I have anything to release, I release it in the last quarter like now. When the moon is leaning down is when you wind down anything you want to get rid of. You understand? When the moon is waxing up, you pray and you meditate and you visualize that what you want to bring into effect. So I've been working with the earth like that. And a spiritual level, and I tell you that it is time, the re-emerging of the feminine energy. Mother Earth shook up herself and said, I have to step up. And in that awakening, is that it will awaken many of us as women. Once the divine is up, all meditation, and if you look around, you will see many women is awakening since the COVID, as to their own situation, as to wanting to know how to make their own little medicine, as to wanting to learn to know how is this herb, wanting to learn to know what is the spirituality, how can I handle these things, how can I have a altar I did not want before, and say my little prayers and keep up with certain things. I feel led to be. The ancestors is coming back in to many people and they're thinking about their ancestors. They want to connect, they want to trace their roots, they want to know who their grandmother was. A lot of that is happening all over the world. Because it is the time for it. We have a duty. We have roles to perform. Not just in the home, but in society. And unless we are able to perform our role, things will remain the same or worse. Until the woman is able to perform her role, to know who she is to able. We are too suppressed right now, too limited, look upon as being inferior, not being equal, and all these things. And for too long we have been fighting to come up to that level. You know, but it is the time.
I want to give them some time to ask questions or to explain that to them.
So I can see them.
Alright.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure for me talking to you. I hope something resonates and awaken you and left something in you where you can go further with your research, really think about the fact that yes, it's really happening, a shift is happening. It's a shift. Vanguard is changing. Vanguard is changing. So let us prepare ourselves to take up full duty. And let us know that it is the balance of the guide. and not a competition, and not something that we left our brothers, fathers, uncles, sons out, but that we will stand up and we will do what we have to do so that they themselves, who you might say many of them did not look out for you, but they now will learn from how you do that you look out for all, including them. Do not let them out. Do not feel like they are in fear. Do not feel like men should not be around or you don't want to see them around or they are in the way or they are the one who did you this and you but get back to them and know. Love them. And that's what they need. Love. To understand who they are, the role they play, and that without the female, it's an imbalance.
Okay, I was gonna first everyone, but let me.
Visualize and create just what you want. Because we are really co-creators, and women knows about creation in such a way. You understand? We are part of co-creation. We are life giver, so we know how to create. So if we want to create do a creativity that release certain energy, we know which cycle we need to go in. You know, the same thing with the equinox. We have two equinox, four equinox, spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Those time of the period, seasonal equinox. That's when we decided, you know what, the spring season. That is what I see. I'm going to share my knowledge with you. I'm going to find a way, I don't want this, to let you know what I know. Because as long as any day you know, you cannot know what you know. So the reason why the men are here, so they must don't know the third level. So is to let them know. So, but I said that the church play a part in this patriarchal governance. Maybe they didn't know the consequences would be like this today, but they did play a role. Yeah. The next question now is that. Yeah.
In terms of the indigenous knowledge attached to it.
Yes, the earth, you know, the old geographic area of the mountain. You know, when you look into the Bible, they said, I will lift my eyes towards the hills from whence cometh my strength. So mountain to us as indigenous women represents strength. It's where we get our strength, our refuge. You know, the Bible says, I lift my eyes towards the hills from whence cometh my strength. But then this same mountain become a place that for it to be so strong and effective, there is things there. To mine backside, because without that we couldn't travel, we wouldn't have a plane to fly in, because it's the backside and the material from that would make these things for us to go on to modern life and to progress in this time. Backside is needed. But at the same time, when the extraction from the earth is not 100% okay to do, whether it be backside or whatever, even the oil is the same thing, because all these things are in the earth for other usage other than just be there for what we as humanity in our modern development see these things for. The higher in the earth is to sustain the earth. But then we find a way to Yeah, that the same I can run a vehicle, we need vehicle to be productive, we need transportation. So the same oil we keep pulling from the earth. But then there's gonna be a lacking, some way, somehow. Like anything else. You understand? Just like we as women, we are the producer, we are the really the child bearer. But if we just continue to, like in back in the days, women you never used to use family planning. My mother didn't use any. She would use breastfeeding, and we would suckle until we are about year and 9 months, or year and 9 months, or 2 years, and year and 9 months or 2 years, and so that was what they would use for their family planning. But a woman just like the earth couldn't just be having children because they can have a child and within 6 months time they're pregnant again. You understand? But you couldn't be having children like that, just like how extracting from the earth while leave a void that is going to come with some consequences. It's the same way if we continue to have children, like, because we might be in our productive year, and we are very fertile, but it can affect you afterward. Afterward, you cannot be having so much children, neither financially nor is it good for your body. You know, so afterward it will affect you. So like anything else, those regions is affected by this destruction and extraction. Areas like the capital country can be very, very productive, can bring in even more resources than just extracting one time from it. There could be programs. The mountains is a place that you can go to and you can help with many of our social ills we have. Many of our mental, emotional problems we have, we can go to the hills and get rid of the mountains and get rid of those problems. It's therapeutically, we can use these geographic area and bring in enough resource. We don't have to extract the land and damage the area. We could use the area for other things, for therapeutic reason, to heal the nation. We could take trips into our people. Jamaica right now need that therapeutic healing. We have a very vast mental illness situation going on in Jamaica. And those areas can be used. We can bring in, and as long as you are using the area and you're not damaging the area, generations can use it. But when you damage the area, it has no use to no one afterward more than that quick, fast money that you use the land to get from the land. So in dealing with the capital country, the way all the extraction, dealing with it is like what you call it, quick fix, a quick money, and that's it. And then the area cannot be used afterward because it's too damaged. When we could bring in more resources in the country, by bringing Islam tour, therapeutic tours, linking in with Ministry of Tourism, and doing these things, you know, instead of mining and extracting. So we have to go back to the drawing table and see what is the best way to use our geographic region that we have. Instead of damaging them for cash, we can use them in a way that can benefit generations to come and help them better, because how are we going to deal with this great mental situation that we have in Jamaica? Bellevue has proved itself to be inadequate over the years. Mad people just walk out and take the road. Bellevue is not helping our situation. And after emancipation, we did not get real. So we have historical trauma. How are we going to deal with it? You need the mountain. The Native American deal with Fiji West. They take you on a nature walk up in the hills. You don't have enough confidence, after you walk with us up the mountain and you see what you climb, you will have confidence. You don't know your identity, you lost your self-identity. When we take you on a mountain walk, you will know who you are. Your identity will be restored. It builds confidence, it builds bravery, it builds courage, it builds your self-esteem. Just a walk through the mountain. So where's the country's investment? Is it not into your people? What we are seeing around here as crime and violence is mental illness. It's not crime and violence, but how are we going to solve it? Who is going to bend the cat? No, let us do it the easiest way. Buy 2 police cars, buy some more shot, buy some more gun, run him down, shot him. How much of them you guys kill before you fix it? Shotting him not fix it. They have to shot one more before they get done, and one next one, and then they self have a shot too. The mental health need to deal with. And how are we going to deal with it? The same environment, the arts and the culture and the environment is the therapeutic tool to heal our mental illness and to address crime and violence. And you could have think about your 100 times, you could have made bill till a week. You could have buy police car till a week. You could have recruit more police till a week. You could have buy shot and gun and whatever and come in with all of that. Not by fix this problem of crime and violence. Historical trauma, after emancipation, nothing was done. And we see the effect of post-traumatic and historical trauma. Walking around here like man. We do psychology. We know, we see what is happening. Enough people. The university campus is on this island. Our children are coming here. They must see what is happening. When you take one word down and research it, you see what's happening in the country. So let us face it and get it done. Mining is not helping us. And those mountains that you're mining for whatever you contract yourself with the mining company for, you can get more resource out of it if you use it therapeutically for your own people. You know? So that is, I don't know if that answered the question.
I think you agree that in a sense, I don't know if you're appreciating the connections.
I mean, I am. I'm seeing some connections through, like, say that there's some connectedness with your spirituality and the mountains.
Yeah.
And I guess in them exploiting that, then it feels like they're exploiting yourself because you have such a deep connection to the land.
And we need it in a time like now. So is that in a time we need those mountains and those geographic areas is now.
Okay, so I just want to acknowledge all guests who came in late. We would have done this at the beginning, but Mrs. Samora Bain, who is here from Verita Foundation, who has supported us in organizing this morning, and Mrs. Lynette Bassel, who is a long-time champion for women's rights, well-being, anything that you could say, and just for people in general. So whenever you want to talk to someone about the 1970s women's movement and coming into the 21st century, Lynette Bassel is your person, and you can connect it to others. You see, I'm putting you in the all right. So thank you very much, Mama G. I'm asking one of our students, Lloyd, to just come and give a word of
Didn't you have your hand
on behalf of the class.
Did you have your hand up? And it's probably a good one too.
Gloria Sims, Mama G, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to speak to us about the reemergence of divine femininity. Thank you for teaching us just a little of what life experience has taught you. I especially enjoyed learning that other people speak to their plans and it's not yours to do so. And I'm sure we all learned a lot, especially as women, about our role in the upcoming shift. So I hope you enjoy your gift and thank you again. Thank you.
Before you disperse, her documentarian has asked that if I have the back of your head, piece of your shoulder, a side piece of some other part of your body, that you do give permission for that quarter piece shade to be shown in her documentary if it makes it past the cutting floor.
Yes.
There you go, Karen, you have your permission. Okay. And me can't help it. I saw her hand up. Me can't make it pass. Me know say it go good. Me know say it go good. What was the question?
Oh,
Yeah.
She had the hand up.
Yes, she had wanted a face. Come in with it.
Come talk, man, talk. Move the bag out your way. Move the little green bag.
Alright, so you made a note about the shift to fascinate the re-emergence of divine femininity that occurred after the 2020 period, as in the fasting, right? So my question is, do you think it's due to the effects of COVID-19 pandemic, and in what ways does it cause the re-emergence, and why does it cause it? Why did it cause it?
I don't think it's just COVID that has helped. I personally was watching this shift from even before COVID. One of the time when it was mostly profound to me was in 2016 when they had that storm, Matthew was the name, and it was like going around the coast like that. I was in Oregon at the time, 2016 October, and I could actually, the spirit come to me and I could actually see, and I was telling them in Oregon I had a ceremony there in a teepee, and I was telling them, said, there's a shift, this is a shift, that what looked like it was a storm. So that storm that was going around the coast, like, and it was rolling all around, lifting from here to there, and was traveling on the coast, and I was saying, this is not a storm. This is a shift is happening, you know, but people are not aware. They just think it's a storm. And so that shift has been happening before COVID, but COVID helped to speed it. It is moving faster since COVID. And not just the shift, but even us as women with crime and violence has really pushed, COVID has really pushed violence against women, and the whole scenario about where women is concerned has been very, what do you call it?
Explosive.
Or impact by COVID. So the same way the violence against women is impacted by COVID is the same way this re-emerging of the feminine energy is being impacted to a faster pace since COVID. So COVID has really helped to usher in the era of this divine balance, you know, because many of us through COVID realized how broken we were, how imbalanced we were, you know, the way we think, and all these things. So COVID has helped to speed this up. Give thanks for COVID.
You have to find something in it.
Doing what it's doing and speeding up this thing, because we are in for the change. And as I said, this time we're living in now is, to me, it's from a spiritual aspect, is equivalent to the days of now, when a change is needed in earth at the time. So it's the same way right now this change is needed in earth, but it is however it comes. We couldn't have a flood, because that's what had happened in our time. So it happened to be a pandemic situation that touched the whole world. You understand? And to bring in that change, because you know, if there's not a situation sometimes, there's no changes.
So, alright, so can it be said, and you know, we equate our bodies to nature, right? And spirituality. So could it be said that COVID-19 brought awareness by by breaking down our body and making us realize that we need to go back to our roots, our spirituality.
Right.
So depend on
Yes, it brings an awareness, an awakening, you know? And so, yeah, sometimes things happen that you don't enjoy, but it is the only way. It's like giving birth, you know, you don't enjoy the pain, but that's the only way you're going to see that beautiful child will be waiting on. No pain, no gain. So it was that moment to bring, to usher in this era. Yeah.
All right, so thanks again, everyone. We actually have a plan, but let's take a little break so I can